All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody. We turn our attention from football to baseball. We have up next Game 4 of the American League Division Series between the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland A's. When we look over on the left side of the bracket here, the A's lead this best-of-5 series 2-1 over the Royals. If the A's win tonight, they wrap it up and will take on the Yankees in the American League Championship. If the Royals win, they'll force a Game 5, which we'll have for you tomorrow night. Over on the right side of the bracket, you see the National League is set. The Diamondbacks swept the Dodgers 3-0, and the Marlins defeated the Padres 3-1. The National League Championship Series will be the Diamondbacks and the Florida Marlins. Excuse me. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as we're about to head out to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum for this one here at Jammin' Sports. Your lineups for tonight. Jammin' Sports presents Game 4 of the American League Division Series between the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland Athletics. Live from the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, Oakland, California. The Athletics lead this best-of-5 series 2-1 and can wrap it up tonight. All right, we go to the top of the first inning. Rube Waddell will be the starting pitcher for the A's here tonight. If the A's win, they advance to the American League Championship against the Yankees. If the Royals win, we'll have a Game 5 tomorrow night. Willard Brown will lead things off for the Royals. He's the left fielder. Waddell, his first pitch. In there be a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Maybe Evil Dead can give us some info on Willard Brown. I think he's an old-timer. And Rube Waddell as well. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. Just underway, Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. One pitch. Fouls it off, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. We're just underway. Live from Oakland. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, sharply hit into left field. Ricky Henderson will throw it in. A leadoff single for the Royals. Here in the top of the first by Willard Brown. And now Bo Jackson comes up. The center fielder. As we watch the replay. Nobody out, runner on first. The pitch. And Bo hits one out to center field. Simmons gets under it, makes the out for the first out of the inning. So Bo Jackson flies out to center field. 1 down for Kansas City here in the top of the first. There's the Royals lineup. Next up, the first baseman, Buck O'Neil. One out, runner on first. No score here in the top of the first inning. Man, my sinus is just draining. They throw to first, and Brown's back in time. One out, runner on first base. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1 to Buck O'Neil. And now the 0-1 pitch. Taking his time. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. Count goes to 1-1 to Buck O'Neil. Willard Brown on first base. The count's at 1-1 to O'Neil. 1-1 pitch. Down low, inside, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out, runner on first. Two-one pitch. Inside, 3-1.
3-1.
Waddell off to kind of a rough start here. 1 out, runner on first, 3-1 the count to O'Neil. Three-one pitch.
That's up, ball 4.
Ball 4. A 1 out walk. And now the Royals have runners at first and second with 1 out. Here in the top of the first, Ted Strong comes up. He's the right fielder. The pitch. Out to center. Simmons comes in and makes the play for out number 2. So Strong will fly out to center field. 2 down for the Royals with runners at first and second. And now Newt Allen will come up. He's the second baseman. 2 outs, runners at first and second. The pitch.
Ball
Inside 1-0. One-0 pitch. Hit high in the air. Out to left field. Henderson gets under it. And makes the play for the final out. So the Royals threaten but don't score. At the end of a half inning, no score. ALDS game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Oakland Coliseum. Lefty Lamarck, the starting pitcher for the Royals here in game 4. I bet he's a lefty. Yeah, his mitt's on his right arm. Ricky Henderson will lead things off, the left fielder for the Athletics here in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Lamarck looking in. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Henderson rips one to Allen at second, makes the play for the out. Newt Allen, a nice play at second. 1 down for the A's. There's the A's lineup. Mickey Cochran, the second baseman, will come up next. One out, bases empty for the A's here in the bottom of the first. Mickey Cochran comes up. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. No balls and a strike to Cochran. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Count quickly, 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count stays at 0-2. 0-2 pitch.
1-2.
Down low, 1-2. One-two pitch.
2-2.
Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 2-2 pitch. Cochran pops it up. The catcher, Salvador Perez, will come over and make the play for the out. So Cochran pops out to the catcher. 2 down for the A's here in the bottom of the first. And now the right fielder, Reggie Jackson, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. First one in there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch.
Ball 1.
Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, bases empty. 1-1 pitch. Swung on an inside pitch. Gets fouled off down the third base line. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Fouled it off. Count remains at 1-2. What happened to Evil Dead? I lost him. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Looking. At the end of 1 complete, we have no score. ALDS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the second. Dobie Moore will lead things off for the Royals. He's the shortstop, facing Rube Waddell. The pitch by Waddell.
Ball, no.
Inside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. One 0 pitch.
Ball,
Inside, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch to Moore. Swung on an inside pitch, fouled it off. Count goes to 2-1. Two-one pitch. That's well hit into center. Simmons comes in and makes a nice play for out number 1. 1 down for the Royals here in the top of the second. Now the DH, George Walker, will come up. 1 out, bases empty. Pitch by Waddell. High in the air, out to Simmons in center. And he makes another nice play. Walker flies out to center, 2 down. And now the catcher, Salvador Perez, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. Pitch by Waddell. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Right to the first baseman. Giambi makes the play himself. At the end of 1.5, no score here in ALDS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Jimmy Fox will lead things off for the A's. He's the catcher tonight. Lefty Lamarck still on the mound for the Royals. Here's the pitch by Lamarck.
That's the ball.
Down low, 1-0.
1-0.
1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. We have no score here in the bottom of the second. One pitch.
2-1.
Bounces across the plate, 2-1. Two-one pitch to Fox. Fouls it off. That'll even the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Ripped into right center field. Diving catch. Oh my goodness, what a catch by Ted Strong. Full extension. robbing Jimmy Fox of a base hit. Watch this again. I thought that was going to drop. Great catch. Now the center fielder, Al Simmons, comes up with one out, bases empty. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Fouls that off. Count remains at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. 0-2 pitch. Rung him up looking. 2 down. And now Jason Giambi, the first baseman, comes up with 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch.
Ball.
Outside, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
One ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch.
That's down.
Down low, 2-0. Two-0 pitch.
Ball, no.
Inside, 3-0.
No strike.
Lamarck didn't like that. He asked why. Counts 3-0 to Giambi. 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 3-1. Three-one pitch. In there for a strike. Goes from 3-0 to 3-2 to Giambi with 2 outs. Bases empty. 3-2 pitch. Popped it up. Who wants it? First baseman Buck O'Neil comes in and makes the play for the final out. At the end of 2 complete, no score. ALDS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Oakland Coliseum. We go to the top of the 3rd. Frank White will lead things off for the Royals. He's the 3rd baseman. Rube Waddell on the mound. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. We're scoreless here at Oakland here in the top of the 3rd. 1-0 pitch. He went around, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1 pitch. He went around.
2 strikes.
Count goes to 1-2 to Frank White. And now the 1-2 pitch. Popped it up. Al Simmons out in center field. He's been busy. Makes another play. 1 down for the Royals here in the top of the 3rd.
Now batter, left fielder, Willard.
Go to the top of the order. Left fielder Willard Brown will come up. 1 out, bases empty. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. A ground ball. Cochran at second, throws to first. Not in time. Willard Brown beats the throw. It was a nice play by Cochran, but Brown is fast, and he beat the throw to first base. An infield single for Willard Brown. One out. Runner on first. Bo Jackson comes up, the center fielder. They throw to first, and Brown's back in time. Meanwhile, Bo at the plate. The pitch. Outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, runner on first. Willard Brown at first base. Jackson at the plate with a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Ripped down the first baseline foul. That'll even the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch.
Ball 2.
Down low, 2-1. Two-one pitch to Jackson. High fly ball down the right field line, but hooking foul. And that'll even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first. Two-two pitch.
Ball.
Up high, 3-2.
Full count.
Full count to Bo Jackson. Three-two pitch. Jackson pops it up. Simmons again. Actually, Reggie will come over in from right field and makes the play for out number 2. So Bo Jackson flies out to right. 2 down for the Royals here in the top of the 3rd. And now Buck O'Neil, the first baseman, will come up. 2 outs, runner on first. The pitch, there goes the runner, Brown, and he's safe. Willard Brown has stolen base for the Royals. And now Kansas City with a runner on second with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Buck O'Neil at the plate. Counts at 1-0. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. One pitch. Fouled it off down the first base line. Count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-2 pitch. A ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Brown's going to come around and score. It'll be an RBI single for Buck O'Neil. And the Royals take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd. If the Royals win tonight, we'll have Game 5 tomorrow after football. Ted Strong comes up. He's the center fielder. Or is he the right fielder? He's the right fielder, I'm sorry. 2 outs, runner on first. High in the air, out to right. Reggie gets under it for the final out. At the end of 2.5, Buck O'Neil, an RBI single. The Royals take a 1-0 lead here in Game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Home run Baker will lead things off. He's the 3rd baseman. Fouls it off down the 3rd base line. Let me tell you what the schedule will be tomorrow. Outside, ball 1, count goes to 1-1. If the Royals win, we'll have the Ravens and the Patriots. We'll have that at 8 o'clock, followed by Game 5 of this one. Count goes to 2-1 to home run Baker. Now, if the A's come back and win, we'll have a doubleheader tomorrow. Baker hits one over the right field fence. Home run for home run Baker. A solo shot. Holy Toledo. The game is tied up. Now, if the A's win, they wrap up the series. We'll have an NFL doubleheader tomorrow. It'll be the Ravens and the Patriots and the Bucks and the Jets. So home run Baker has tied the game up at 1 with a solo shot to lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning. No doubt about that one. You watch it again. No doubt about that one. Next up, Miguel Tejada. He's the DH today. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. Royals and A's are tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Counts 1-0 to Tejada. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. The A's wrap it up with a win. The Royals force to Game 5 with a win. 1-1 pitch. Fouled it off. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2 to Miguel Tejada. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Remains at 1-2. A long at bat for Miguel Tejada. 1-2 pitch. Up high. 2-2. We're live from the Oakland Coliseum, Oakland, California. Game 4 of the ALDS. The 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive with a 2-2 count. And now the 2-2. Fouls it off. A lot of foul territory here at the Coliseum. The most in baseball. Counts at 2-2. And now the pitch. A ground ball up the middle. A base hit for Tejada. They follow up the home run with a single. And the A's have a runner at first, but nobody out. Let's watch this one again. Next up will be the shortstop, Terry Steinbach. Nobody out, runner on first. Pitch by Lamarck is fouled off down the third base line, out of play. Count goes to 0-1. Counts at 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. They're going to get one. Get the double play. The shortstop, Dobie Moore, started the double play. And now there's 2 outs for the A's. They call that 6-4-3. Double play. And now Ricky Henderson will come up, the left fielder. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs now, bases empty. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the third. 0-1 pitch.
Ball.
Up high, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball and 1 strike to Henderson. 1-1 pitch. High in the air, out to right field. Going back. Oh, they can't make the play. Off the wall, Strong will throw it in. And Henderson with a double. A 2-out double for Ricky Henderson off the right field wall. They'll keep the inning going for the Athletics here in the bottom of the third. Ted Strong couldn't get to it. It's pretty deep here in the Coliseum. And now Mickey Cochran comes up next. He's the second baseman today.
No.
Outside, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
2 outs, runner on second. A base hit would score Henderson. One 0 pitch.
That's a strike.
In there for a strike, 1-1.
1-1.
We're at the Oakland Coliseum. Game 4 of the ALDS. A's lead this best of 5, 2-1. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 to Cochran. One-two pitch. Ground ball to third. They'll throw to first for the out. Play made by Frank White at third base. But home run Baker, a solo shot for the A's. That ties the game up at 1 at the end of 3. ALDS Game 2 here at Jammin' Sports. Let me just correct myself. ALDS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the top of the 4th inning. Leading things off for the Kansas City Royals will be Newt Allen, the second baseman. Rube Waddell on the mound still. Here's the pitch.
Ball 1.
Up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. We are tied at 1 here in the top of the 4th. 1-0 pitch.
No.
Down low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. 2-0 pitch.
Ball.
Ball just outside, 3-0. Newt Allen, the second baseman. Here's the 3-0 pitch.
That's a ball.
Ball 4 and 4 pitches. Royals get a leadoff runner on base.
Number 11.
Dobie Moore comes up next. He's the shortstop. Nobody out, runner on first. Pitch by Waddell. In there for his strike, 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Oh, 1 pitch. A pitch out. Now, tomorrow night, I want to give everybody a heads up. Whether it be a NFL doubleheader or a football, baseball doubleheader, we'll be starting at 8:30 tomorrow instead of 8 o'clock Eastern time. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 to Moore. One out, or excuse me, nobody out, runner on first. And now the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. Steinbach at short, can't handle it. Everybody's safe. Let's see how they score that one. They're going to call that one a base hit.
Now batting. Designated hitter.
So now the Royals have runners at first and second with nobody out. George Walker, the DH, will come up next. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Royals have runners at first and second with nobody out. Oh, 1 pitch.
Ball.
Outside, 1-1.
1 ball. 1 strike.
If there is a game 5, it'll be in Kansas City tomorrow night. And now the 1-1. Big swing and a miss, 1-2.
1-2.
The Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Game 4 of the ALDS. One-two pitch.
Ball 2.
Inside, 2-2. A walk below the bases. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th. 2-2 pitch. A ground ball into right field, a base hit. That's going to score a run. Coming around, scoring is Newt Allen. And the Royals take a 2-1 lead. An RBI single by George Walker. Still nobody out. And now Salvador Perez will come up, the catcher. Nobody out, still runners at first and second. Royals up 2-1 now. Here's the pitch.
Ball. No.
Ball inside, 1-0. Crowd getting restless here. Waddell's not throwing many strikes. And now the 1-0 pitch. Fouled it off. Count goes to 1-1 to Salvador Perez. The 1-1 up high, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Two one pitch. Swung, and they steal third. Dobie Moore steals third base. The pitch was a strike. And now the Royals, I think it was a double steal. It is. Walker's at second base. Counts at 2-2 for Salvador Perez. Nobody out. A base hit would score 2 runs. Down low, 3-2, full count. A walk below the bases. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Three-two pitch. Big swing, and it's a big out. Perez strikes out. One down for the Royals here in the top of the 4th. And now Frank White, third baseman, comes up. One out, runners at second and third. A base hit scores at least 2. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. One-0 pitch. Ground ball, foul. Down the left field line. Count goes to 1-1 to Frank White. 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Two-two pitch. Popped up. Giambi in foul territory will take it for out number 2. So Frank White pops out to the first baseman, 2 down. They still have runners at second and third. And now Willard Brown will come up. The left fielder. Royals have already scored 1 run this inning. Pitch by Waddell. Down low, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Moore at third, Walker at second. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 1-1 to Brown. One pitch. Outside, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. Fouls it off. Count evens up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. The pitch to Brown. Down low and inside, full count. A walk below the bases with Bo coming up next. Big pitch here. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Bases loaded for the Royals with 2 outs. And now Bo comes up, and nobody catches Bo. The center fielder. This one's got grand slam written all over it. The pitch by Waddell. In there for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs, bases loaded. Jackson at the plate. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Bo Jackson at the plate. The 1-1. Pops it up, out of play. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch. High in the air. Steinbach at short will make the final out. However, the Royals do score 1 run on an RBI single by George Walker, and the Royals lead it 2-1 here in Game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Reggie Jackson, the right fielder, will lead things off for the A's. Lefty Lamarck still on the mound. Jackson fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. Royals lead it 2-1. Royals trying to force a Game 5 tomorrow. Here's the 0-1. Jackson fouls that one off. 0-2. Pitch. High in the air, out to left field. And that one not quite out of here. Making the play, Willard Brown for out number 1.
The catcher, number 5.
1 down for the A's here in the bottom of the 4th. And now the catcher, Jimmy Fox, comes up. Pitch by Lamarck. In there for a strike, 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
0-1 pitch. Ripped foul down the first base line, up into the crowd. And the count goes to 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. And there's quickly 2 outs now for the A's here in the bottom of the 4th.
Number 7. Al.
Watch this again. Got him on an inside pitch. Next up, Al Simmons, the center fielder, with 2 outs, bases empty. In there for a strike, 0-1. Royals lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count at 0-2. 0-2 pitch.
1-2.
Inside, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Down low, and he swung at it. Struck him out. At the end of 4 complete. Royals lead it 2-1. ALDS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Buck O'Neill, the first baseman, will lead things off for the Royals. They lead 2-1 here in the top of the 5th. If the Royals win, there'll be a Game 5 tomorrow night. If the A's win, they wrap up the series. Rube Waddell is still on the mound. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Fouled it off. Count quickly, 0-2 to O'Neill. Oh, 2 pitch. Up high, count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Hit high in the air. Simmons in center field, and that one is gone. Buck O'Neill, a solo shot home run to dead center field. And the Royals take a 3-1 lead here in Game 4. That was a monster shot to center field. Let's watch this one again. I mean, straight away center. And now Ted Strong, the right fielder, will come up. Nobody out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Royals now lead it 3-1 here in the top of the 5th. It's looking like a game 5 tomorrow, unless the A's can come back. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch.
Ball 1.
Outside, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch.
2-2.
Down low, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Ground ball to third. Baker will field it, throw to first for the out.
You're out.
So Strong grounds out to third. 1 down for the Royals here in the top of the 5th inning. And now the second baseman, Newt Allen, will come up. The pitch by Waddell.
No.
Inside, 1-0. Royals lead at 3-1 here at the top of the 5th. 1 out, bases empty. 1-0 pitch.
No.
Down low, 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Counts at 2-0. The pitch. Fouled it off. Count goes to 2-1 to Allen. Two-one pitch. Fouls that one off down the first baseline. That'll even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. 2-2 pitch. Ripped foul down the third baseline. Hooking foul. Count remains at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. 2 down for the Royals here in the top of the 5th. And now the shortstop, Dobie Moore, comes up.
That's the ball.
Outside, 1-0. 2 outs, bases empty. Counts 1-0 to Moore. 1-0 pitch.
No.
Outside, 2-0.
2-0 to count.
2-0 pitch. High in the air, but foul down the third base line. Count goes to 2-1 to Dobie Moore. Two-one pitch. Up high, 3-1. Counts at 3-1 to Moore. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball, base hit into center field. A 2-out single for Moore. And now the DH, George Walker, will come up. And Walker hit a home run the last time he came up. A 2-run shot. 2 outs, runner on first. Walker comes up. There's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. And that's fouled off. Counts 0-2 now to Walker. With 2 outs, runner on first. Moore at first base. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Grove and Zito warming up for the bullpen for the Athletics. Counts at 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. At the end of 4.5. Buck O'Neil, a solo shot. gives the Royals a 3-1 lead here in Game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports.
Leading off for the A's.
First baseman Jason Giambi will lead off for the A's here in the bottom of the fifth. Lefty Lamarck still on the mound. Here's the pitch. In there for his strike, 0-1. There's your infield for the Royals. Royals lead it 3-1. Here's the pitch.
No, that's the ball.
Outside, 1-1 to Giambi. 1-1 pitch. Giambi, and a base hit into center field. A leadoff single for Jason Giambi. A's have a runner aboard.
Up next, the third baseman.
Let's watch this one again.
Baker.
Home run Baker is due up next. And Baker had a home run the last time he came up. Davis in the house. Good to see you, Davis. We're in Game 4.
Ball.
Down low, 1-0. Royals lead it 3-1. A's lead the series 2-1. If the Royals win, there'll be a Game 5. If the A's win, they wrap up the series and will play the Yankees. Here's the 1-0. Fouled it off. Count goes to 1-1. We had a football game earlier. The 49ers beat the Saints 31-10. Here's the 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Fouled off. Well, they're not in the World Series yet. The Yankees are in the American League Championship Series. They'll play the winner of this series right here. Here's the 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Count is full to Baker. Fouls it off. Count remains full at 3-2. You'll be at the World Series? All right. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball. They'll get one. They get two. They get the double play. Frank White starts the double play at third. Baker hits into a DP. And now Miguel Tejada, the DH, will come up next. Fouls it off, 0-1. So 2 outs for the A's here in the bottom of the fifth. Base is empty. Lamarck on the mound. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Bounces across the plate. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Misty's back. Hi, Misty. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. High in the air, out to center field. Bo Jackson makes the play for the final out. At the end of 5 complete, Royals lead at 3-1 here in Game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 6th. Lefty Grove will come in to pitch for the A's.
Now pitching for
Royals lead it 3-1.
number 10, Lefty Grove.
Misty was at a revival earlier. Was it all right?
The catcher,
All right.
number 13.
Salvador Perez comes up, the catcher. Here's the pitch by Grove.
Ball.
Low and inside. Count goes to 1-0. Street and Plank warming up in the bullpen. One 0 pitch.
No.
Inside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. We're in the top of the 6th.
Ball.
Outside, 3-0 to Perez. Grove not off to a good start here for the A's. And now the 3-0 pitch. That's a strike on the low inside corner. Count goes to 3-1 to Perez. 3-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Full count now to Perez at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Fouls that one off. Giambi in foul territory, chasing it down and makes the play for out number 1. Perez pops out to first, 1 down for the Royals here in the top of the 6th. Frank White, the third baseman, comes up. 1 out, bases empty. Rolls up 3-1 here in game 4. The pitch by Grove. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Popped up. Giambi into shallow right. Makes the play for out number 2. So Frank White pops out to first. 2 down for the Royals here in the top of the 6th inning. And now Willard Brown, the left fielder, comes up. The leadoff batter. Pitch by Grove. Up high, 1-0. One 0 pitch.
Ball 2.
Up high, 2-0.
2-0.
2 balls and no strikes. Two 0 pitch.
High.
In there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1 to Willard Brown. 2-1 pitch. Ripped foul down the first baseline. Counts at 2-2 to Brown with 2 outs, bases empty. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Jackson in right field goes back. And Reggie makes the play for the final out. At the end of 5.5, the Royals lead at 3-1. Here in game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Terry Steinbach, the shortstop, will lead things off.
1-0.
Bounces across the plate. Ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. A's down by 2 runs, trying to get back in this game. Counts 1-1 to Steinbach. In there for a strike, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. That's a base hit into right. Strong will throw it in. A leadoff single for the A's here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We go to the top of the order. Left fielder Ricky Henderson will come up. With nobody out, runner on first. Let's see if Ricky can hit one out of here. Tie this one up maybe. The pitch by Lamarck. Down low, ball 1. We're at the Oakland Coliseum. Game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. 1-0 pitch. Up high, there goes the runner. And they got him. Steinbach gets thrown out. Nice throw by Perez. 1 down for the A's as they pick off Steinbach at second base. Great throw by Salvador Perez. The count's 2-0 to Henderson. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Ricky. 2-1 pitch. Up the middle, base hit. A 1-out single for Ricky Henderson.
The batter, number 2.
Let's watch this one again. So with 1 out, the A's have a runner on first. Mickey Cochran will come up next, the second baseman. The throw to first. Henderson back in time. And now the pitch to Cochran. Outside, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Counts at 1-0. Pitch. A pitch out. And Henderson's safe. A stolen base for Ricky. And now the A's with a runner on first with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Trailing 3-1. Cochran can tie the game up with 1 swing of the bat. Counts at 2-0. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off down the third base line. Count goes to 2-1 to Mickey Cochran, the second baseman. Two-one pitch. Popped up. Left fielder Willard Brown makes the play. 2 down for the A's. Cochran flies out to left.
The right fielder, number
And now coming up, Reggie Jackson, the right fielder, with 2 outs, and Ricky Henderson at second base. The pitch. Down low. Count goes to 1-0. Pitch. Hey, did it go around? Counts at 1-1. He did. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Henderson at second. Jackson trying to get a hit. Here's the 1-1. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2 to Reggie. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. 2 outs. Ricky Henderson at second base. Reggie Jackson at the plate. Counts at 2-2. Jackson fouls it off. Stays alive with a 2-2 count. Game 4 of the ALDS. Here's the 2-2. Fouls it off again. Count remains at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Popped it up down the right field line, hooking foul. Jackson stays alive with a 2-2 count. Two-two pitch. Outside, full count, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Lamarck, the 3-2 pitch. Jackson fouls it off down the third base line. Stays alive at 3-2. Mr. October needs to hit one out. 3-2 pitch. Down low, ball 4. It'll be a 2-out walk. And now the A's have runners at first and second. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Jimmy Fox, the catcher, will come up. A home run would give the A's the lead now. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Suarez and Quisenberry warming up for the Royals. Counts at 0-1 to Fox. 0-1 pitch in there for a strike, quickly 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. 1-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. And that will end the threat. At the end of 6 complete, Royals lead at 3-1. Game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the 7th inning. Bo Jackson, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Royals. If the Royals win, there'll be a Game 5 tomorrow night. If the A's come back and win, they wrap up the series. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. The winner of this series will play the Yankees in the ALCS. Here's the 1-0. Low outside, 2-0. We're at the Oakland Coliseum. 2-0 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-1. The NLCS has been set already. It's the Diamondbacks and the Marlins. Here's the 2-1. Bo rips it foul down the third base line. Count even at 2-2 to Bo Jackson. Two-two pitch. Ground ball, foul it off. Count remains at 2-2. Davis back with us. Misty says hi. Down low, 3-2. Full count to Bo Jackson. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. Bo goes down swinging. 1 down for the Royals here in the top of the 7th inning. And Bo took a big swing and missed. He was a bit late. And now Buck O'Neill, the first baseman, comes up. Davis says, hello, girl. Fouled it off, 0-1. He says, hello, girl. Count goes to 0-1 on Buck O'Neill. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Fouled that off. Count goes to 0-2. What? Oh, okay. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ball. Outside, 1-2 to O'Neill. 1 out, bases empty here in the top of the 7th. Rolls up 3-1. Trying to force the Game 5. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. If there is a Game 5, it'll be tomorrow night after the football game. It'll be in Kansas City. Evil Dead was here for the football, but he's not here anymore. I don't know where he went. Fouled it off. And the count at 2-2 to Buck O'Neill. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. But we have Davis here, watching from Arizona. Here's the 2-2. Down low, 3-2. Full count now to Buck O'Neill. Three-two pitch. Outside, ball 4. A leadoff walk for the Royals here in the 7th. Actually, a 1-out walk for the Royals. Buck O'Neill is on base. Ted Strong, the right fielder, will come up. 1 out, runner on first. They throw to first. Not in time. O'Neill's back. Royals up 3-1. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. One 0 pitch. Fouls it off down the first base line. That'll even the count at 1-1 to Ted Strong. He's the right fielder. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off again. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Up high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first base. Misty says, go, go, go. Here's the 2-2. Swung and struck him out. Swung at an outside pitch. 2 down for the Royals. Here in the top of the 7th. Strong reach for that one. Newt Allen, the second baseman, comes up next. Ripped it into center field, a base hit. And that's going to move the runner over to third. No, they keep him at second. Newt Allen, a 2-out single. And now the Royals have runners at first and second. That was well hit. No doubt about that one. And now Dobie Moore, the shortstop, comes up with 2 outs, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. Royals are threatening again with 2 outs. They're already up by 2. They lead it 3-1. One pitch. Well, it's in there for a strike. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. He went around. Counts at 1-2 to Moore. Grove trying to get out of the inning without giving up a run. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Count goes to 2-2 to Moore. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two pitch. Swung and struck him out. He's got to throw down to first for the out. That'll end the inning. After 6.5, Royals still lead at 3-1. Game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ranger Suarez will come on and pitch for the Royals here in the bottom of the 7th. Al Simmons, the center fielder, will lead things off for the A's. A's still trail 3-1. They're in striking distance. Just got to get some runs. Pitch to Simmons. Be a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Down low, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. A's trying to get back in this game, down by 2 runs. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. Royals trying to force a game 5 tomorrow night. 2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. He swung at an outside pitch. 1 down for the A's here in the bottom of the 7th. Suarez got him chasing one. And now Jason Giambi, first baseman, comes up. 1 out, bases empty. He went around, strike 1. And the count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Fouls it off. And now the 0-2 pitch to Giambi. It's a ball inside. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, bases empty. Jambi fouls that one off. Count remains at 1-2. A ground ball to short, and they make the play. As Dobie Moore makes the play at short for the Royals. It's actually Frank White at third who made the play. 2 down for the A's, and now home run Baker, the third baseman, comes up. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the pitch.
No.
Down low, 1-0.
1-0.
2 outs, bases empty. Next pitch gets fouled off. Count goes to 1-1 to Baker. He hit a home run earlier in the game. Counts at 1-1. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Popped it up, out of play. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch.
Ball 2.
Ball 2 up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. 2-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Down low. Full count now, 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk for home run Baker. A's get a runner aboard. And now a new pitcher coming in. Soria will come in. This is Joaquim Soria will come in for the Royals. Facing Miguel Tejada, the DH. Runner on first. 2 outs. Tejada can tie this one up with a home run. They throw to first. And Baker's back in time. 2 outs, runner on first. Tejada at the plate. The pitch up high, 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
1 ball, no strikes. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch. Ripped it foul down the third base line. Count goes to 2-1 to Tejada. Two-one pitch. Swung and an outside pitch. They'll even the count at 2-2. 2-2. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 7 complete, the Royals still lead at 3-1 here in Game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 8th inning. The DH, George Walker, will lead things off for Kansas City, up by 2. Lefty Grove still on the mound. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Ripped it foul down the line, out of play. Strike 2. Count now 0-2 to Walker. One-two pitch, or 0-2 pitch. Outside, now it's 1-2. To George Walker, the DH. Hit a home run earlier. A 2-run shot. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt, but he swung at it. They'll throw down to first. As Walker will strike out. 1 down for the Royals here in the top of the 8th. Salvador Perez, the catcher, comes up next with 1 out, bases empty. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. Royals trying to force a game 5 tomorrow night. A's trying to wrap it up tonight if they can come back and win. And now the 1-0 pitch to Perez.
2-0.
Inside, 2-0. Game 5 would be in Kansas City tomorrow night. Here's the 2-0. In there for a strike, 2-1. And now the 2-1. Ground ball to third. Baker picks it up, throws to first for the out. 2 outs for the Royals now in the top of the 8th. Third baseman Frank White will come up with 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Counts at 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Ball. Count goes to 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch to Frank White. And that's going to be picked up by Cochran at second for the out. At the end of 7.5, Royals lead at 3-1. Game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Terry Steinbach, the shortstop, comes up next. A's down by 2 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. Misty has said goodnight at 9:39 Central. The pitch by Soria, popped up in the air out to right field. Strong goes back and makes the play for the out. Steinbach flies out to right. 1 down for the A's here in the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order, center fielder Ricky Henderson comes up next. 1 out, bases empty. The pitch to Ricky, in there for a strike, 0-1. Royals lead at 3-1. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch by Soria, up high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. 1-1 pitch. Fouled it off. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch.
Ball.
Inside, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Counts at 2-2 to Ricky Henderson. 1 out, bases empty. Two-two pitch. Swung and struck him out. 2 down for the A's here in the bottom of the 8th. And now with 2 outs and bases empty, the second baseman, Mickey Cochran, will come up. In there for a strike, 0-1. Joaquim Soria on the mound for the Royals. 2 outs, bases empty, counts 0-1 to Cochran. Royals lead at 3-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Oh, 1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-2.
1-2.
One-two pitch. Inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Two-two pitch. Cochran fouls it off. Stays alive at the plate with a 2-2 count. And now Soria, the 2-2 pitch. Well hit out into center field. Jackson can't get to it. It'll be a 2-out single for Mickey Cochran. He got greedy and they got him at second base. Oh, he tried to stretch it into a double. At the end of 8 complete, the Royals lead it 3-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 9th here in Game 4 of the ALDS. Willard Brown, the left fielder, will lead things off in their first strike 0-1. Royals lead it 3-1, looking for some insurance runs this inning. Oh, 1 pitch. In their first strike, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. That's ripped foul. Counts at 0-2 to Willard Brown. 0-2 pitch.
Ball.
Up high, 1-2. One-two pitch.
Ball.
Outside, 2-2 to Willard Brown. 2-2 pitch.
No, that's a ball.
And it's going to be a ball. Full count now to Brown at 3-2. Nobody out, nobody on here in the top of the 9th. Royals up 3-1, looking for some insurance runs. Full count to Brown. The pitch by Grove. Fouls that one out. Down the third base line. Out of play. Count remains at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Popped up in the air. Simmons in center field will get under it for out number 1. 1 down for the Royals here in the top of the 9th.
The center fielder, number 16.
Next up, Bo Jackson. 1 out, bases empty. Grove on the hill. Jackson's 0 for 3 tonight. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one off down the first base line. Count goes to 0-1 on Bo. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2 to Jackson. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. 2 down for the Royals here in the top of the 9th. Let's look at that last pitch. Just on the top of the strike zone. Jackson didn't like it though. Buck O'Neil, the first baseman, comes up with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Two outs, bases empty. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count quickly, 0-2 to Buck O'Neil. I can't hear you. I don't know where Evil Dead is. Oh. 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out at the end of 8.5. Royals lead it 3-1. We go to the bottom of the 9th here in Game 4 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. Oh, he's here. All right. Chet Brewer will try to close out the A's here in Game 4. The Athletics need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Royals trying to force a Game 5. Reggie Jackson will step up, the right fielder. Game 5 will be tomorrow night after football. Here's the pitch.
Ball one.
Down low, 1-0. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, it'll be the Ravens and the Patriots. And that'll be followed by Game 5 of this series, unless the A's come back. Jackson fouls it off. Counts at 1-1 to Reggie. And now the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1.
2-1.
Two balls and a strike to Reggie Jackson. Nobody on, nobody out. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 2-2. Yes, that'd be the first game tomorrow night. Followed by Game 5 of this, it looks like. Down low, 3-2. Full count to Jackson. If he gets aboard now, watch out. 3-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out on an inside pitch. Yep, one out for the A's here in the bottom of the ninth. Game 5 will be in Kansas City. Jimmy Fox, the catcher, comes up next. One out, base is empty. Up high, 1-0. Royals trying to hang on and force a Game 5. One 0 pitch. Fouls it off down the third base line. Counts at 1-1 to Jimmy Fox, the catcher. And now the 1-1. Rips it foul again. Count goes to 1-2 to Jimmy Fox. One-two pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive. Counts at 1-2. It's been a good series. Here's the 1-2. Fouls it off. Stays alive at 1-2. One-two pitch. Grounds it out or fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. It's a long at bat for Fox here. 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. Fox trying to get aboard. 2-2 pitch. Rips it into left field, the base hit. A one out single for Jimmy Fox. A's have a runner aboard, and now the tying run comes to the plate. Al Simmons, the center fielder, will come up. He represents the tying run here in the bottom of the ninth with one out. Can the A's come back and wrap up the series? One out, runner on first. Simmons at the plate. Pitch by Brewer. And that's off the second baseman, Newt Allen. That's going to be a single. Newt Allen, the second baseman, couldn't field it. And now the A's, the winning run. Jason Giambi comes to the plate with one out. Tying run at first, winning run at the plate. Giambi fouls it off. Just one out. Can the A's pull it off? Can Giambi hit a home run and end the series? Counts at 0-1. One out, runners at first and second. The pitch. Outside, 1-1. A walk would load the bases here at the Oakland Coliseum. One ball, one strike, one out, runners at first and second. Giambi at the plate. 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. A walk would load the bases. And that would make things interesting. Counts 2-1 to Giambi. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Three balls and a strike to Giambi. 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. Bases loaded. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. And now home run Baker comes up, the third baseman. He had a home run back earlier tonight. Just 1 out, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. A walk would score a run. Counts up 1-0. One-0 pitch to Baker. Outside, 2-0. Brewers not doing a good job in relief here. Counts at 2-0 to home run Baker. 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. Crowd didn't like that. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. A walk would score a run. Three-one pitch. Right down the middle. Full count, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. In the bottom of the 9th, A's down 3-1. Baker at the plate. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive with a 3-2 count. High drama here in Oakland in Game 4 of the ALDS. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off again. Stays alive with a 3-2 count. Brewer looks in. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. That will score a run. It's now 3-2 in favor of the Royals. Still just 1 out, bases loaded. Miguel Tejada will come up. A base hit could probably win the game. The pitch in there for a strike. And the count goes to 0-1. Still just 1 out, bases loaded. Royals up 3-2. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. A walk would tie up the game. Just 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded. 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 1-2 to Tejada. A strikeout here would be huge. Counts 1-2 to Miguel Tejada, the DH. 1-2 pitch. Oh, struck him out. That's huge. Now there's 2 outs. Bases loaded. But it doesn't change the fact that a base hit would probably win the game for the A's. And Terry Steinbach, the shortstop, comes up next. A walk would tie the game up. It comes down to Mr. Steinbach. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Here at the Oakland Coliseum. And now the 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. One pitch, up high, 2-1. Oh boy. Crowd's on its feet. Two-one pitch. That's going to be an out. And the Royals win it as Tejada grounds out to third. Royals win it 3-2. The series is now tied at 2 games apiece. Once again, your final score, the Royals win it 3-2 here in Game 4. The series is tied at 2 games apiece. Once again, your final score, the Royals win it 3-2 over the A's. We'll have Game 5 tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll have the Ravens and the Patriots, NFL action, followed by Game 5, Oakland at Kansas City, the deciding game tomorrow night. Until then, this is Jimmy Jam saying good night, everybody.